Everybody, welcome back. This is Band of Badgers, and this crazy thing is the Great British Brush Off. And we're painting, as you can see by the title, by the words, we're painting some Marvel Crisis Protocol, which, well, I'm painting the original because that's the kind of guy I am. Steve's got one as well. There you go. The other guys are painting other bits and pieces because they got some of the individual sets as well as the new set, which has only recently come out. When are we making this? We're making this November 2023. Thank you for joining us. If you're joining us live, thank you. Let us know what you're painting. Put your questions into the text question area. Preload it with a capital Q so we can shout those out. But if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for joining us. If you're kind of painting, let us know what you're painting. Put it in the comments below. We'd always like to know what you're painting. And if you have any questions for either of our pro painters, do let us know and I will get you the answers. And we are joined once again. I'm going to get the right direction. It's JD and Kelly. How you doing, guys?
Woo!
Was that a Mario impression then? Is that woohoo?
No, I would lean more towards Ric Flair.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
I mean, look at me. I look like Mario.
It's me, Ric Flair.
It's me, the Nature Boy.
It's me, Mario. How you doing, JD?
Doing well. How are you?
All good, all good. No, we're gonna put some our Elven Glade music on in the background while I'm talking. But those of you who are watching live, do let us know if it's too loud. Painters, I was going to say players then. Painters, also let us know if it's too loud, and we can adjust. And Steve, sitting below us, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you very much for
I can
asking.
see, as always, you're getting ready for Christmas.
Yeah, the tree's on, the mimics are out. You know, it's Christmas in 45 days or something.
There we go. Steve starts all year round. He
You
never
have to
turns
love-
Christmas off.
You just have to love the traditional Christmas mimics.
Yeah. They'll slowly get Santa hats as weeks go on.
There you go. Put some tinsel around there. Just don't put out the mistletoe, Steve.
Good evening, Geeky Phoenix.
Oh, we got some
Hello,
chit chat
hello.
already. Oh, I don't know what I just did now. Push the buttons. Geeky Phoenix. Evening Badgers, JD. Hello, Geeky Phoenix. Thank you for joining us. Geeky, are you painting with us? Or are you just hanging out? You just stopping by and say hi. Whatever's good is good with us. Now, anyway, chaps, what are we painting this session? This is episode 2 of Marvel Crisis Protocol. What have we got? Something new, or are we carrying on?
Carrying on.
Okay. So
I have
got
something new.
us. Steve's going something new.
Yeah, I am.
Okay,
Switch
Steve, well
camera
done.
let me switch the camera over. Hold on.
Hold on. Let's see if we can get Dr. Octopus in focus first.
Right.
Yeah, that's looking good.
Nice.
Likey.
I like the color on the jacket so far.
Yeah, that's a nice green.
Yeah. Go ahead, Steve.
Well, after painting with Turbo Dork the other day, I thought I'd paint Iron Man, so I could continue painting with
Oh
reds
man,
and yellows.
yeah. Turbo Dork on that would be brilliant.
Yes.
Yep.
What colours are you going to use, Steve?
I'm going to use red rum
Red rum.
and the bee's knees,
No, bee's knees it makes a return. You used that
and
the
a
other
little
night,
bit of
didn't
ice to never in the
you? Nice to know.
whatever it's called.
The red rum is a beautiful colour. And
Yes,
did you read the
hopefully I won't
instructions,
cock
Steve?
it up. Yeah, I did. That's
Yeah.
why it's painted black, and I've done a very, very light dry brush Zenithal.
Nice.
Cool. Kelly?
Well, I'm not carrying on since I finished my mini from last week.
Yeah,
That looks nice.
So,
that's really nice.
Yeah, it's a
So there she
fantastic
is.
job.
Black Widow in all her glory. So today, very special. Painting up my my third or fourth Wolverine. I've hobbied up a base for.
What colour scheme are you going to go? Is this based on the original colours? Is this the brown and yellow? Is this yellow and black, yellow and blue?
We're gonna go
This is
for we're gonna go for the brown and tan look, but I'm doing
Nice.
different designs and I'm doing some real simple freehand because it's my mini and I get to play art director with it. So
Cool. Why not? And that is, and anyone who cares, I am going to be doing the. Oh, I got to hit the camera there. I'm going to be doing Captain Marvel because Captain Marvel has just come out in the cinema here in the UK. So I'm going to give this a go. Plus, I can use the same colours I used on Spider-Man, and while I've got them here, I can do some touch-ups
nice.
because there's little bits and pieces I need to do. So to
And
tidy
that
them up.
that Captain Marvel mini is awesome.
It's a great
Yeah.
pose. Again, it's that whole kind of floating. I love the statues that do this. Such a nice, elegant way of doing it as well. And
Oh,
then
it is.
the scarf is just floating around. Brilliant. Great pose.
Yeah,
Now, do
she
you feel
looks
like you had a
powerful.
hard time assembling this one?
Yes.
I
this,
did. It was a nightmare to get that bleeding thing stuck on.
So yeah. So see, last session I said how nice the first. Oh, look, I can put one here. Ooh, never done that before. I can. You can't see them now. Look.
I'll make you big. Hold on.
So these ones. No, that's not me.
I know it's not you. There you go.
There you go. See, these ones, the joins, when we put them together, the joins are gorgeous. However, Captain Marvel, not so good. I've got gaps behind her back, on her hip, in the legs, in the elbow, gaps everywhere. So this one was a real pain to put together. I'm not happy with how that one went together.
Let me tell you, the new Captain Marvel and Earth's Mightiest corset, so much easier to put together.
Yes. Yeah. Geeky Phoenix says, I am painting along, but working out my Fallout minis. I've seen those. They look awesome. Looking forward to seeing your work on the Crisis minis, as I also have Umbrella Academy minis. I didn't even know there were Umbrella Academy minis. Who is making those? That I want to do it in similar comic style too. Ah, who is doing that? Was that Kickstarter? Who's making those? Let me know.
It's
That'd be cool.
Mantic, isn't it?
Is it Mantic?
I think. I don't remember.
Is it individual or is it like a box set?
I think it's a box set.
Oof.
It's an actual game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the miniatures for it, but it's been a long time ago.
They announced now the strike is finished. They recently announced the is it season 4 and the final
Final season. Yeah, that was just the other day, wasn't it? They announced that.
Yeah, such a good series. I've loved
I
it.
am so behind on watching stuff. I keep on meaning to watch that, but never get around to it.
Oh, it is really good.
So I hear. But my problem is I'm painting all the frickin' time.
Well, you could listen to it.
I could, but I feel like I wouldn't be getting the entire experience.
Yeah, the back button gets a lot of work out. That sounded like it was really cool. What just happened?
Oh wait, did paint just dry in my brush?
How long have I been staring at the television? So I didn't hear the starting bell, but I'm assuming we're starting because everybody else is
steady,
painting.
Paint. There you go. I think Kelly and Steve were already in, so I'm just trying to catch up. So as soon as I say hello, Kelly's in.
It's
We
like
need
I
as
like.
much time as possible.
It's like I like to do this or something.
So Kelly, you recently said you were going to take a break.
Just that night.
Oh, just the night. Oh. I thought it was more than that. I was like, no, I've had enough. I'm taking a break.
No, sir. No.
Kelly
The
was on a break.
last thing I am at the moment is burnt out. In fact, I would be bold enough to say I'm hitting a stride.
I'd say you definitely are.
kind of took a step back and looked at my output of late and was like, holy crap. I remember when one of these used to take me 2 weeks.
It's an interesting phenomenon with these miniatures. The Marvel Crisis Protocol miniatures seem to go very quickly for me.
Same.
It's
And I don't-
probably because there aren't a lot of little accessories and, complicated things
I was
that
about
need
to
be, folded in together and painted over and so forth.
I was about to say it's probably because there aren't like a million daggers and pouches and whatnot hanging off their belts.
Exactly.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. We all know I love that.
It is interesting. I think that Games Workshop has trained people to feel that if there aren't a lot of pouches and belts and straps and buckles and so forth, that it doesn't really have a lot of detail. But I don't
Yeah.
think that's actually accurate.
That is incredibly inaccurate because if anybody wants to tell me that this here Wolverine doesn't have a lot of detail, we can fight. I will throw down on that.
I think it's just the fact that Games Workshop miniatures are so ubiquitous. Everybody kind of starts with those, for the most part, and as a result, there's an expectation that all miniatures are going to look like that.
Unless you're an 80s kid like us, in which case we know better. Because we grew up with names like Grenadier and Ral Partha, along with Games Workshop.
An 80s kid like us. I think I might be a little older than you, Kelly.
I don't think so.
I started painting miniatures in 1977.
Okay. So you're a little older than me.
When did I start painting, Steve? 2021.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's just a baby.
Yeah, my first miniatures were Valpartha, Grenadier, Heritage.
Oh, the Dungeon Dweller stuff.
Yeah.
The Dungeon Dwellers, is that also the new Kickstarter that's out?
Reaper bought.
Seen that?
Yeah, Reaper bought the license for Dungeon Dwellers, and my good friend Joseph Wolf is currently writing up the rules for that.
Okay, gotcha.
Nice.
Shout out to Joseph if you end up watching this. Cool, miss you.
He's probably too busy writing to watch shows. Come on, man.
No, that's not true. He was the first person to get me hooked up with Reaper Miniatures, actually.
Nice.
We've all gone very quiet.
Yeah, suddenly
Concentrating.
I'm being entranced by these big swole arms here.
Are you going to paint the hair on his arms?
What I plan on doing is adding some blue to my highlight tones to kind of simulate that effect. Otherwise,
go.
it just looks like I scribbled on the arms.
How do you think John Byrne did it?
Well, that's a different medium, though.
Come on, it's not that different.
That's a lot different. It's bunches and bunches different.
So, Steve, how are you getting on with your mini? How are you starting?
I'm putting all the red on first, and then we'll go back over and do the bee's knees. And then when that's done, I'll decide whether I'm going to do more coats to try and pick out some of the shiny bits that are in shadow.
Cool.
And then probably just wash it and maybe do a bit of dry brushing afterwards. We'll see. I'm trying to decide how to do the chest plate, whether I want to do some object source lighting or not. We'll see how the ice to never comes out. There's a question for you, actually. Baron Snowhand says, good evening. So who are you painting, Dave?
I am painting Captain Marvel. I will show you. So to keep it balanced on the screen, I've keeping my mini camera off. But what you can see is this is the Captain Marvel. Let's put it on there. There you go. It's a fantastic pose, and I'm just applying some paint there. It's just not quite focusing, but yeah. So that's the plan. I'm not going to rush it today. So I was previously last session we did two minis, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to keep it nice. But thank you for the question, Baron. Keep the questions coming. Pick on the others, because then I can paint more.
I can kind of talk and paint at the same time. Pick on me.
Yeah, same here. But if we add bubblegum into the equation, no promises.
Ooh, that's a big ask. So, Steve, I thought you were painting Juggernaut today.
I was going to paint Juggernaut. Yes, and Juggernaut is built and primed. And then after Thursday, when we was using the Turbo Dorks, and I haven't used the Turbo Dorks for a while now, I thought, I'm going to do Iron Man. I just really felt like painting with metallics.
You know, that's as good a reason as any, and I wish I'd thought of Turbo Dark when I painted my Iron Man.
Did you do yours in non-metallic metallics?
My original core set one, yes, I did.
Yeah.
The latest core set, no, I did not. I tinted metallics with Army Painter speed paints.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, hold on a sec. He's right here. Somewhere. There he is. Yeah, there we go.
Cool.
Really nice. Let's put that up on the screen. Hold on. Bing. Zoom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do like that pose.
That's a good
Yeah.
one. It's a good one. He's
That's
a lot simpler than the original core set Iron Man or the one from the Hulkbuster, but I really appreciate that.
Let's see if I mix a photo of him. I got one of the Iron Man. There you go.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
That's from Kelly's collection. Again, you can find Kelly on Instagram. You find both JD and Kelly on Instagram. There you go. Geeky Phoenix also has a question there. Captain Marvel does look like a nightmare for building. It was. It was not fun. But I did it. Persevere, and I got through it. Geeky Phoenix is also saying that Doc Ock and Wolverine are looking awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Question
Yeah, I
from
think the
Baron.
most difficult of these to assemble so far has been probably Shuri.
Oh,
Is
sure
the
he is.
consensus, I think. But even so, I don't find them particularly difficult. I've put a lot of these together over the years. If you don't have one of these, I strongly recommend you get one. This is just
What
a
is it?
wax
A stick.
pencil.
Oh, a wax
Yeah.
pencil.
You get them at stores that sell bead supplies.
Yeah.
They're great to hold a tiny piece while you glue it to another piece.
Ah, okay.
That's a good idea. I was trying to use tweezers and it wasn't working.
Oh
Tweezers?
God, don't use tweezers.
Do not use tweezers. Yeah, bad idea.
I know that after trying to use tweezers.
It's a hard, expensive lesson to learn as you hear the third or fourth vital piece go flying off into the ether.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like, pa-ting. So I've also
Yeah.
seen that there's a thing on Amazon where there's a magnifying glass and then two metal like octopus arms with crocodile clips on the ends. So supposedly you can hold these things under the magnifying glass and hold it together as you glue it, but it is useless.
Yeah, I have one sitting up here. It's dumb.
Yeah. It
I would
just-
also
Yeah, that
mention
one-
the crocodile clip isn't great for the plastic either.
It's not.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got one of those sitting over here near where I paint, and I don't think I've touched it in probably 5 years.
Yep, that's the kind of thing that you use once and go, you know what?
Yeah, that didn't work.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, it's great for the original purpose, soldering, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But not for building miniatures.
Now, one thing that I have recently discovered, acquired, what have you, is a different kind of glue.
Oh.
What are you
And
using now?
I am using the JB Weld UV activated glue.
Gotcha.
It is so much easier than plastic glue. And the bond is just as strong, if not more so.
See, I just use super glue, which is great, apart from when you got really small pieces like these marble pieces, and you end up sticking your fingers together.
Uh-huh.
So super glue is great for metal miniatures, not so much for plastic.
Yeah.
No, I've been using them for plastic.
I know,
Just
but
for-
it's not
just for
as good.
speed. Just for speed.
The Tamiya extra thin plastic cement that I use, that's really fast. I have not had any problems with that.
It's good glue. But this JB Weld stuff, so gratifying to use.
Baron Snowhand has a question.
For a question for everyone, who do you think, or the Crisis Protocol minis, is going to be the hardest to paint? Ooh.
I don't think this is a question well suited to me. I don't believe in hard minis paint.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to reserve judgment. I think Crossbones seems pretty busy.
It can be a bit daunting.
So the one that I have that I think will take me the most time to paint, weirdly, is Groot. For something that's generally the same colour. but because it's got all the sort of layers of different bark and bits and pieces, and you want to glaze them up and try and shade it with glazing, I think that will take me personally quite a long time to do.
So I actually found him really easy.
Right.
And I did it with contrast paints.
Okay.
Let's see. I used a green. I don't remember which one it was, but it was basically a lot of wildwood and Agarose dunes.
Okay.
And I just kept glazing in odd patterns, and I think it came out pretty well.
Cool. I hadn't even thought about using the contrast paints.
I had a number of freehance and that sort of thing to paint, and I just decided to do it all at once, and it went really quickly.
I think so far the MCP mini that's taken me the most time would be probably the apartment building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just by nature of it's a big old building.
Yeah. I did like your solution on the brickwork.
On the mortar in between.
Yeah. Was that you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Mod Podge and craft paint. Yeah.
Yeah. That worked really well. It looks really good.
Yeah, I wish some of my local stores would get some more in because I want to do at least another one or two up. And I want to get a Sanctum Sanctorum as well.
By pure accident, I ended up with 3 of the apartment buildings.
Wow.
Yeah. Plus a Sanctum. I have a lot of Marvel Crisis Protocol miniatures to paint.
How often do you get to play the game?
Every couple of years.
Do you paint the minis and then go, right, let's put them into a game? Or are they just painting more for fun than the board game?
You know, both. A little of both. Yeah. I sometimes paint them just because I look at it and think, this is really cool. And every time I play, I lose really badly. So I'm trying to try to paint to the roster I want to build.
It's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I just go pretty much right off of the rule of cool. If it catches my eye and I think I could do something cool and maybe even something different with it, I will pick it up.
So if you went to a gaming store or convention, can you just rock up with your own painted minis?
Sure.
Yeah. I don't think that Marvel Crisis Protocol tournament rules have any restrictions about unpainted miniatures.
Yep. It's not like Warhammer.
It might be an individual thing.
Yeah.
What was that, Steve?
I said not like Warhammer does.
Yeah.
Yeah, my local game store. I haven't been to a tournament there yet or anything, but one of my local game stores, they do run semi-monthly Marvel Crisis Protocol tournaments, and they're always like painted armies are optional but encouraged, and they do give out prizes for it.
Yeah.
When you play, do you stick with the traditional heroes versus villains, or do you mix and match based on your favourites?
This is
Mix
the
and
beauty
match.
of Marvel. Yeah, this is the beauty of Marvel Crisis Protocol. If I want to put Wolverine on Ultron's team, I can put him on Ultron's team.
That's exactly right. I'm working towards building a shield roster. And one of the linchpins of that one is Crimson Dynamo.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Saw that somebody had done really well with that at a tournament, and I thought I'd give it a try. As I was telling my wife, I want to find out like how to build a good roster, so I can see how the game actually plays, as opposed to me just automatically losing. I have terrible dice luck.
Right there with you.
So to answer Baron's question there, I don't think I actually threw in an answer. I think it's going to depend on what set you're dealing with. But the one that I find that everybody has the hardest time with is Spider-Man, because of all the webbing pattern.
Oh, I didn't worry about that.
And there are tricks and tips to get around that. I highly recommend Serestro's painting for his tutorial on that. But yeah, that's one that seems to stymie everybody.
I would also very much recommend watching the developers of MCP itself paint on their YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
Dallas Kemp and Will Schick, they do a great job. And one of the streams they had where they were painting Spider-Man, they explained a really great way of getting around that webbing issue without really having to pin a brush into the actual indentations to bring out the spider webbing.
How did they do it?
Glazing, in a word. And then one of them selectively pinned a couple of the parts of the webbing,
Sure.
especially in the shadow and whatnot, which is pretty much what I have done on all my Spider-Man minis. Because yeah, I was definitely like, I am not dark lining all that. That is not happening. Besides, if you do that, it just kind of makes Spidey look like a mess.
Yeah. Pin washing is definitely one way to go.
Yep. Shit.
I think the one that I find most daunting is Iron Man. Because I did the non-metallic metal on mine. And now there are 3 more Iron Man.
Sure.
You know, the Hulkbuster set and then the new core box version. And I want them to match. So I have a question for the other painters and gamers, including people in the chat. What character are you looking most forward to one day appearing in Marvel Crisis Protocol? Either so you can game with it or paint it.
Ooh.
All right, I'm going to push my brush down and just talk for the rest of the stream because I have opinions.
And that's how you distract Kelly, everyone.
Bring up a subject I have an opinion on? Yeah, 110%. All right, so they did a teaser, for a bunch of the upcoming stuff for the next year, and a lot of it is stuff that I really want, like the new X-Men figures, especially Shadowcat, Iceman, Nightcrawler, and Professor X. So that's cool. That's done with. I don't have a lot of wants about mutants after that. However, I think the omission of the Fantastic Four is the most glaring thing about this game.
Really? Why have they not put them in?
I wish I knew.
Oh.
I suspect it's a licensing thing.
Oh,
Not
what,
them, but the studio.
Yeah.
All right, so if I'm not mistaken, there's a bunch of chibi Marvel miniatures, and they have Fantastic Four minis. I believe Marvel Zombies has Fantastic Four minis.
Marvel Zombies does have
true.
Fantastic Four, yes.
Yeah. As an
And
expansion, doesn't it?
Yes, it's its own expansion, yeah.
Well, what I mean by that is that they are trying to ride the marketing wave in a way that those other games generally don't. So you'll notice that a lot of the miniatures they put out sometimes get delayed because the movie got delayed, or it comes out a little earlier and it doesn't have the same hype.
Okay, cool. So there hasn't been an X-Men movie in forever.
There hasn't been one in a little while.
It's been years. It's been quite a few years.
2, right?
More than that.
When did Dark Phoenix come out?
Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't see it. Didn't care to.
That was ages ago.
I think it was about 2018.
Yeah, it was before COVID.
Yeah.
So that was in the before times. So
yeah.
And even then, when AMG came out with their X-Men minis, the minis they came out with weren't really characters in the X-Men movie that was coming out.
It's true.
So I guess you could make the marketing argument, but I'm not real sure that that's the case. Now, if they're just trying to get them right, cool. But it's been a minute, and my thing is, without the Fantastic Four, this guy doesn't exist. Iron Man doesn't exist. Captain America does not exist. Spider-Man does not exist. And I think that I find it almost offensive that they do not address this.
That seems like kind of a strong reaction.
Well, I have strong feelings about it. And it's not to say, I hate them for it, because, obviously, look at all the frickin' minis of theirs I paint. But I do think it's a glaring omission, and I do think it needs to be addressed by somebody in the know.
So do you think it's more likely that that AMG hasn't created the characters yet, or the miniatures yet, or that they're holding on to them for some reason?
I think it would be foolish to think that they haven't been excited enough to do designs for them. And just based on how they act on stream and all that, they're very passionate about this. They're very passionate about the work they do with their superheroes and the Star Wars license and all that. So I would be very very suspicious if somebody said no, we haven't even designed them yet, or even thought about designing them.
Okay, so given that, why do you think that they haven't released them yet?
I wish I knew. Again, it's something I really would like them to address at some point in time in a very matter of fact way that has nothing to do with everything, cryptic everything in time sort of language. Because let's just call it what it is. We have 4 Spider-Men. We have 3 Iron Men. We have 2 Wolverines. Let's see here. We have 2 Winter Soldiers. Um, 2 Sabretooths. Over the next year, we're getting another Thor. Let's see here. We're getting another Loki. We have 2
Three Captain
Ultrons, 2
Americas,
Crossbones.
fourth.
Yeah, there's 3 Captain Americas, and the only Human Torch we have is an android.
There's actually 4
Right,
Captain
original.
Americas. Sorry, I was going to correct myself.
You
there.
are correct. You are correct. Can't forget about Sam. He was only the first MCP model I ever painted. Also, I just really want a Doctor Doom mini.
Who doesn't?
Geeky Phoenix is saying they would go for Nightcrawler.
He's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cannot wait for Nightcrawler. Anyway, that's my rant on the Fantastic Four and MCP. Otherwise, everything those guys do is perfect, and I love them to pieces.
Let me guess, they just showed up in the chat.
If they did, I don't know.
How are you getting on, Steve? You're very quiet.
I'm just laying down some bee's knees. So, while sitting
love
there
that
looking
name.
at the picture of Iron Man, I have my other screen.
So I have to ask, is bee's knees indeed the bee's knees?
It is. It takes a lot. As any yellow, it takes a lot of layers. So I'm trying to use as little of it as possible. I've not done as much yellow as the later suits of armor have. So I've mainly stuck with a red. So there's no yellow on the red on the legs. I might pick out some of the joints in yellow, I think, just to give it a bit of color variation.
Just to break up all that red?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like I hogged up the the floor on that question about that I was answering about the Fantastic Four. um, what are you guys hoping for?
I don't know what's in the range or what's coming out. But I think
Just
some of
Marvel
my
Comics.
well, yeah, but some of my characters are already there. So unless there's another new Spider-Man coming out, I don't like the Venom one. I'm not a fan of that. I like it, but I don't like it. I don't think I would like it as a playing piece because I think it's telling its own story. And like as you say, if you're playing the game, Venom might not be on the battlefield at all, and you've got this permanent Venom battle going on. But
Do you
as a
mean-
mini, I like
I mean
it.
the. I'm sorry to interrupt, Dave, but do you mean the Venom on the new Spider-Man mini?
Yes.
Okay, so there is a different Venom.
It's 2.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Is there? Is there
Agent Venom.
Yeah.
You are correct.
Is there what I would like to see is a Sinister Six set? Is there a Sinister Six set?
Yes.
They are coming.
Dialogue
Okay.
sets.
They're coming. Sandman looks amazing.
Yeah.
Have they done a Marvel zombie crisis?
No.
Because that could be an interesting team up.
Not officially. I have seen some fan stuff. Like right around Halloween, somebody did a crisis. But not official.
So I like the idea of putting your own team together. That seems quite nice. Steve, we'll have to see if they've got anything going on at Dragon Meet.
For Crisis Protocol or Zombicide?
Yeah, well, both just to play.
Yeah. I'll be up for either.
Yeah, just to jump in on a game. Dragon Skull Studios says hello.
Hey, Craig.
Hello.
Hello.
Question for the Geeky Phoenix.
Yep. Do you all have a favorite range of paints that you use for your MCP minis?
Sure do.
Go on in. You first.
Krill by Monument Hobbies. They paint as good as they look and taste even better.
Do they taste minty?
Depends on the color.
And whether or not you've just eaten an M&M.
Eating an M&M helps. Everybody else?
Well, for me, because I will attempt to show you. I primed using a grey colour, so my speed paints didn't work because they work better on a light prime that I found. So I am actually using, and this is no plug, but I'm using them. Prismatic.
I've heard of those.
Prismatic paints from a company called very small company called WizKids.
Wheezy
Kidsies. Wizzy Kidsies. Yeah. So I've been using them, and they're great. Oh, they're also part of my travel pack. So when we do conventions, when we actually get to paint, I take these because
they're portable.
I do have is They come in a lovely little case, a Diddy case like that. So it fits in the backpack, and it's really, really handy. And it's just and then and I'm armed and ready to go. And there's a slot in here as well for paintbrushes, and that's quite handy. And I generally stuff some other bits and pieces in there as well, but like tissues and stuff like that. But really handy. When paints come in their own box, their own carry case, it's really good. Because I don't have, as you probably, well, so it paints in a way. As you can probably tell, I don't have a painting desk. I just have this, the paint tray from Army Painter, which I can move around. It goes on the shelf and I can bring it back. However, saying that, if you go onto YouTube and you check out Don Cerritos, we've had him on the channel before, an amazing pro painter based in the Philippines. He's just done a video about a household storage thing that goes under the cupboard. It's a rotary, and all he does, he's got the pipe in the middle and he cuts it in half, puts the tray on top, and he's got a spinner, two independent spinny counters for all his paints, and they fit everything, and it's a great idea. I absolutely love it. But all my paints are in the carry cases, so I don't get to do it until the garage conversion comes through, which might be next year. I don't have an official space.
Well, it sounds like you've got, tons of building material there. I mean, if you want to build it out of paper.
Yeah,
probably an expensive job, though.
Stack all the plastic boxes, put a roof over the top, PVC roof, and then I've got a shelter. But yeah, so Geeky says really vivid. Yes, these colours are amazing. They really, really do stick out. And those are the prismatic paints. So yeah, and again, that's going on a dark primer.
I do want to try out some of those cuttlefish colors, or whatever they're called, that they mentioned, that the Turbo Dorks mentioned on. Yeah.
Again, it's brands I've never heard of.
Same.
And I think they said they're not available in the UK, but or they're looking for a stockist. But yeah,
I visited their website as well. It was really tempting to spend money.
Yeah, I've not seen cuttlefish colors outside of, just web pages and, shows like Thursdays.
Yeah.
Well, I really like that the bottles are pretty much identical to the Pro Acryl bottles. I do enjoy these bottles a lot.
Yeah. I have some. My local game store started carrying them. So I picked up the standard colors just to kind of check them out. Red, blue, yellow, black, silver. The problem that I encounter is the bottles are difficult for me to squeeze. And I say this because I have like really bad arthritis in my thumbs.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, it's a pretty small hurdle to have to get over.
And a lot of time you can let gravity take over. I mean, they do come out eventually.
I definitely prefer squeezy bottles over Citadel bottles.
Uh-huh.
I don't like Citadel.
One of the people that I paint with here locally from time to time is a diehard Games Workshop bottle fan.
So he's had a head injury?
She, no.
Oh, so she's had a head injury. Okay.
I don't know what the deal is. I'm not sure why she feels like they're better. but she does, so I don't challenge her on it.
I
Because
mean,
it's a nice idea that you've got you pop it open and it has that lip, so the paint you don't use will slowly drip back into the main bottle. But I I still much prefer the dropper bottle because I use such small amounts that like this amount I've got on here. Even if I don't use that, I don't mind losing it because that's just that just dries and I pop it out and it goes in
Yeah.
the tissue and it's done. I'm not going to miss a tiny amount. But then again, I'm not a Warhammer painter where you've got to do army. So maybe that counts.
well, I mean, there are some friends of ours that make a paint specifically called Army Painter that use dropper bottles.
Yep, exactly.
And they are definitely all about getting armies painted. But Games Workshop is going to Games Workshop, and they do have a following.
Yeah, they've got a few subscribers.
A couple. And who might argue?
You're Kelly, right?
Yeah, I'm going to argue.
I think I'm probably spending way too much time on the yellow parts of Doc Ock's costume.
I mean, why on earth would you have to spend so much time on yellow?
I don't know.
Baffling.
It's almost like yellow doesn't cover as well as other colors.
It's like it's the most translucent color you could possibly put on a miniature. Then again, says the guy who loves painting X-Men.
Go through a lot of yellow and blue, do you?
I mean, I don't, because once again, I like to do my own thing and not really be beholden to box art or what's come before. But there are a couple characters where it just makes sense. Where it's just like, why reinvent the wheel? Like Cyclops. When Shadowcat comes out, I'm not gonna try to do sprite colors on her or anything like that. But Wolvie here, Wolvie's fair game.
He has gone through so many costume color changes.
Oh yeah. And with the exception of maybe Dave Cockram's Fang costume, which was awful, well, been variations on a pretty similar theme.
Yeah, I was very tempted to paint mine the way you're painting yours, but I also see that they periodically come out with different variations.
Mm-hmm.
So I just figured, one day they'll do this, and I'll paint them that way.
I I've certainly been on record as to enjoying painting multiple versions of the same mini. Different ways. I mean, with my other Wolverine, I thought I was being really clever and original and stuff like that. Because, yeah, get in the frame, buddy. There you are. So I thought I was
Oh,
being real
nice.
clever and original and stuff like that. It turns out this is his astonishing X-Men costume. I didn't know. I didn't read that run.
Hmm.
So okay, cool. I painted up astonishing Wolverine. Fair.
Dragon Skull Studios says, JD, I agree with the bottle. Have you also tried the white?
The white Procryl?
Or the
I
White
don't know.
Citadel.
White Citadel? I'm not sure. Have you also
I have tried
the
white
Dragon Skull?
Zinfandel.
Yummy.
More of a dessert wine, really.
Indeed. That's what makes it yummy.
I have not tried white Procryl. Citadel
Yes,
at some point or another, sure. Yeah, Procryl. Yeah, no, I've not tried it yet. I just bought a handful of like the common colors, like I said, and I figured that next time I go back, if I like these, I'll buy some more. But I have a lot of white paint, so I don't really need any more right now. This, all of these,
Oh, yeah.
off-white. And that doesn't count the bottle of titanium white that I keep in the drawer.
Well, I use the white Procryl all the time. It's good.
Yeah, but you work for them.
I most certainly do not. And
See,
one
I
would hope.
break this stuff out from time to time to add a very bright spot of white.
That looks like a beast.
Yeah. You have to be
That
very
oil
careful
based.
with this. You can't just squeeze this whole bottle onto your palate.
But you can certainly try.
It goes a long way. And since it's generally really good for highlights, I don't like to use more than a dab.
Is that an oil based paint?
I think it's acrylic, actually. Yeah, acrylic.
Okay.
I do have some oil-based paints that I use for pin washing. That is not one of them.
So, the holidays are coming. Christmas is nearly here. I'm assuming that everybody has been good this Christmas, good this year. What is
Sure.
everybody hoping for Christmas?
Peace on earth, goodwill toward men.
No, some good stuff. Like, is it paints? Is it painting accessories? Is it new minis? Is it a new board game that has minis?
Is there a box that says all of the above? I mean, seriously, my Amazon wish list, the stuff that I tell people to go look at for my Christmas gifts: paint, minis, games,
Yeah.
all of the above.
So pretty much
I will
every.
settle for time. Time to
Time?
play what I already have.
Oh, yes.
So I wish for peace on earth, goodwill towards men, no go. But Steve wants a time machine, and that's no problem.
Just press pause, and
What I want for Christmas is an actual D&D group that won't cancel every time we schedule something. And let's see here, regular group that meets for Marvel Crisis Protocol games. I think I might have better luck with Peace on Earth and Goodwill Towards Men.
And a time machine.
And a time machine.
I wonder if a time machine would get you Peace on Earth and Goodwill Toward Men.
I imagine that depends largely on how far into the future you go.
Or the past.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you have to go forward or do you have to go backwards?
Depends on whether you're willing to put the, pardon the expression, time in.
Ba-dum, boom.
It didn't start out as a pun.
But we finished there, so mission accomplished.
Right? Okay. Want to see my fun formula for painting non-metallic metal? It is
Sure.
these. This is the prismatic paint black pudding.
Yeah.
And this is just Vallejo ice yellow.
Pudding. I don't have my formula for non-metallic metals up here. Mostly because I don't have a formula.
The two of these colors combined gives a really good kind of steel blue. And then it's just a question of shading.
You can use it to do the arms.
Yes, indeed.
I believe that's called foreshadowing.
No, it's non-metallic metal.
Nope, I've hit my first I don't like it snag.
Ooh,
Hopefully it's not the music, because I'm digging the music.
Oh no,
It's very calm.
The music has disappeared into the background for me.
I was just going to say I didn't realise we've gone past the hour. We're 10 minutes past the hour. We are into the last hour.
We've all gone quiet again.
Yeah, I'm blacklining.
I'm just painting the black base.
And Steve has disappeared into the ether.
He's probably just going to say he's concentrating.
Same thing.
I'm trying to coverage on my second coat.
All right, there's this elf chick whispering in my ear, and it's weird. I do not consent. Not only have we gone quiet, but chat's gone quiet. Shut up, chat.
They're concentrating too.
Did you paint Wolverine's motorcycle as well, Kelly?
I did. That comes in the Weapon X. What do they call them? Battle pack. Rivals panel. Thank you.
Yeah, because you get Sabretooth in that one as well, don't you?
Sure do.
Mhm.
Sure do. I don't have Wolvie's bike up here, but I've got that particular Wolvie and Sabretooth right next to me. And there's some pretty fun minis in their own right.
Yeah. Out of the packs that you've purchased outside of the core set, which has been your favourite?
That's a good question, man, because, God, there's just so many cool minis in this range.
Yeah.
MODOK Scientist Supreme is right up there. I really like the X-Men affiliation pack. You get 4 incredibly, actually all the affiliation packs are great, but you get Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, and Beast in an X-Men affiliation pack. I really enjoy the Sentinels a lot. Juggernaut's awesome.
Yeah.
The Rogue and Gambit pack are fantastic. I'm trying to track down Logan here. He's very elusive. Oh, there he is.
Have they done X-Men packs from the past? So you had original X-Men, X-Factor, Uncanny X-Men. Have they done those kind of packs yet?
No. So yeah, here's the Weapon X guys.
Oh, Sabretooth looks excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites.
Yeah, you did a really good job with those.
Thanks. And I know a lot of people, have a a lot of burnout with characters like Wolverine and Sabretooth and just the mutants in general, and I can totally see why. But man, when it comes right down to it, God, they just kind of kept me into comics. You know?
Yeah.
How you coming along, fellas?
With what? Oh,
What you
right.
doing? What you doing?
Pretty good at the moment, I think. I'm liking how it's coming out. Just trying to fix some bits, I think. I'm going to try a bit of gold.
I'm doing my level best to have the mechanical arms done before the end of the stream.
May the odds be ever in your favor if you're doing non-metallic metal.
I am.
found easier, Dave, out of Captain Marvel or Spider-Man?
To paint, I think Spider-Man.
Really?
Yeah, I found him quite straightforward. The red and blue went on very, very well. Captain Marvel's kind of the same, I guess, because it is the same. I'm just using exactly the same colours as I did on Spider-Man. But yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. I'm quite pleased with how it's coming, actually.
There is a lot of delicate detail on that Captain Marvel figure.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of. It's trying to get the bits right on the shoes, I think. The boots.
So the star of the chat so far seems to be Nightbot. Asking a lot of questions, making a lot of comments, contributions.
Yeah, as long as
Good
people
job,
are liking and
Nightbot.
subscribing. That's what we want.
You're A-okay by me, Nightbot.
We are nearly at half past the hour. How is everyone doing?
Happy with almost everything except his damn boots.
What do you think are wrong with the boots?
Haven't figured that out yet. And I will eventually, but for the moment, yeah, no, I'm not real sure what I'm going to do with those. I'm thinking that that needs just a little bit more color to pop. I think a little orange. Go a long way. Making this suck less.
A lot of painting is suck mitigation.
Indeed. Okay, yeah.
So far, I'm pretty happy with this. Let's see if this is going to come up on camera. Bum, bum, bum. And there we go. See if that'll work.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
Right. Nice.
Yeah, nice and bright.
Nice blue and red combination. Very nice comic book shades.
Yeah, exactly the same color scheme, same paint color as Spider-Man. It's a great pose. Yeah, it's coming out quite well. I've not done any wash on that or dry brushing. That's just if you like the base colors. Trying to get the star on there as well.
Yeah,
Can't quite,
that's come out
quite
alright.
see it on. Yeah, there's some more lines to do. I think it's definitely looking good enough. Again, it really does bring them to life when you do paint them.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah, but as you can see, yeah, it's exactly the same colours. Looking good. I'm very happy with that.
As well, you should be.
Yeah. It's all stuck down. I've done that. Put a wash on the base. That's coming out quite nice once it dries. I like it. Dragon Skull says, looking good. Thank you very much. Whew, I finished my beer now. I enjoyed that. I've earned that. I've got my little bit of chocolate as a reward. There we go. So, JD, before we went on air, you said you're playing Curse of Strahd. How far into the adventure are you?
That is a good question. My sound engineer is the DM in that game, and he has remarked recently that the group has gotten through that so much faster than he expected that he's thinking we're only going to do a few more sessions and we'll be done. But not exactly knowing how much we have left to do and not wanting to give spoilers, I'm not sure I can say.
We've been playing it. Well, I've been playing it in a table game for. It will be by the time we hit 2024, it will be over 2 years, and we play for about 6 hours a session.
I see. This is the part of the stream where we make Kelly extremely jealous.
But the GM added in all the extra fan content.
Oh, wow.
So we've been doing
There
this
a lot
for
of that?
a long time.
Is there a lot of fan content?
There is, yeah, different expansions into different regions and expansions for things like the witches, if you like pie, the windmill, different locations. So you can go off and you can go really kind of deep on a tangent. I think tomorrow. Not to. I don't know if you know Strahd. It's not too big a spoiler, I guess. But tomorrow, I think we're going to have dinner with him.
Oh, wow.
So
it sounds like I've got that to look forward to. I think that our journeys have taken us past the windmill, and I think we poked our heads in a little bit. I don't recall
Yeah.
what we did there or what we encountered there. Oh, I guess I do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything then.
Yeah. Did you complete it, or were you too
It is
lower
complete.
level? Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. The windmill is probably the windmill. I mean, one of the early ones is the vineyard, the winery, the vineyard. That was one of the early missions, and I enjoyed that. I've enjoyed encounters with werewolves.
Not encountered any yet.
And the windmill, I think, is just one of those locations which was a lot of fun. I think when you think of Strahd, I think less of Strahd and more about the windmill. Did you start the game with the House of Horror?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Death House.
Death House, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, we started there as well.
Yeah, the Dungeon Master started us a little ahead of that, so we had a goal and some plans before we got there. But that didn't last long. That was maybe an hour and a half of the first session.
Did you use the
Tarot.
the tarot deck? Yeah, at the start.
We did. We've been pursuing goals based on the reading that we got.
Yes, yeah, we've been doing that as well. I like that. I like those elements. It's like Wizards are bringing out the deck, the new improved, hopefully, deck of many things. With tarot-sized card. I mean, they've had production problems, but tarot-sized cards with the gold trim. Beautiful artwork. They've hired a bunch of people to do different sets, and I'm looking forward to using that. I like the deck of many things. So I'm going to be using that, and one of my Kickstarters, Teneras, the RPG, that should be arriving before Christmas. So next year, if it's any good, I hope it is after all the money I spent on it. Hopefully that I'll get to play that. And Alex Kamer's The End of Everything. His Kickstarter it's finished. Well, no, it's still going. And I've backed that. Because he's written it with Alan Patrick, who's also been another guest who's been on a few times. We actually painted with Alan.
We did, yeah.
A long time ago. We should get him on for the new series, Steve.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because Alan Patrick's he works with
Adventurers League.
Adventurers League, yeah. He writes a bunch of stuff, but he teamed up with Alex Kamer on The End of Everything, which is being printed by Frog God Games.
Okay.
And I've got, because I backed the Kickstarter, there's a 12 or 20 page preview, and it's really, really well written. And most of that is like source material and background of the story. So I'm hoping that once I get my hands on it, that'll be a cool adventure to run. But we have to finish Dragonlance first.
Yeah.
So in 2026, Steve.
Right.
The End of Everything.
Mark your calendar.
Yeah.
Just before the stream started, as I was getting ready for this, I got an email from whoever, Free League, that my The Walking Dead RPG has shipped.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Did you because you're a backer, did you get the early PDF?
Yes,
Did you like tease yourself with reading it in advance of getting the book?
a little bit. I don't have
There's,
as much reading time as I used to.
I love it. I hate teasing myself with, again, the end of everything is like 12 or 20 pages. And it's maybe half of the first chapter or something like that. Or just a prelude. And I hate teasing myself because I know it's going to be months now before I get that book. And if I read it, I'm like, oh wow, I want to know more. I'm kind of stuck, and it's the same with Tenaries. Tenaries is a 3-book slipcase edition with a DM screen and a A1 double-sided poster. And I'm just like, I want to get it, look at the adventure, and dive straight in. But it's always tricky to hold back.
That is true.
I read so many stories, and it takes so long to play games, to go on a campaign.
And
I
it
love
does.
reading them. What's been so this is a question for everyone. What's been your favourite D&D Pathfinder role-playing game to play or to run?
You mean besides D&D?
Yeah.
No, like the
it can be
scenarios,
including D&D.
adventures.
What's
Yeah.
the bit that sticks out the most?
I don't know, man. The thing that sticks out to me the most about any of these things is just having some laughs with friends. There's no particular one thing that makes me go, wow, this game, aside from being around good people.
Mm-hmm. Steve, JD?
Steve, you're first.
He's
2 seconds. I'm holding my breath.
Don't hold your breath, Steve.
Don't hold your breath for an answer.
So I really enjoyed Storm King's Thunder when we played that.
Yeah.
Possibly
That is-
because
that-
it was the first one we played when we got back into it in 5e. But
That is
yeah, I
definitely my
enjoyed that.
favourite 5e campaign.
Yeah.
Second is now Dragonlance.
Yes, yeah, I would say that. Although I really did enjoy Rise of the Rune Lords, because I really enjoyed the character I was playing in Rise of the Rune Lords. But yeah, Dragonlance has been really, really good. Really enjoyed Dragonlance.
I guess that leaves me. I'm in a weird place because I haven't played a lot of D&D 5th edition.
Yeah.
I didn't play much of any 4th edition, so a lot of my memories of D&D campaigns go back to 3.5.
Yep.
That being said, I've played a fair amount of Pathfinder. And really enjoy Rise of the Rune Lords, which I'm hoping my group will reform and we will continue.
Yeah. What was your favourite bit in Rune Lords? Or location?
That is hard to say. I have a real fondness for something the group hasn't done yet. I'm really looking forward to the fort in the 3rd adventure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't want to say too much because I'm not sure if my wife can hear me or not, and she's in the group. So, yeah.
See, most of the games I've been in have been homebrew. Me and my pals were not much for pre-published modules for some reason.
I like both. The good thing about having completed pre-written adventures, is that when you meet other people who have played the same game, you can kind of compare. It's like saying,
Sure.
have you seen the same film? You know, are you watching Loki? Oh, you're playing Still King's Thunder. Did you do this bit? Have you done that bit? And I like that. Homebrew is always, oh, we had a great time. Like, yeah. I wasn't part of that campaign, so I don't know what happened. I just saw that on camera, Steve. That is looking pretty good.
My Iron Man.
Hold on. Let's
I'm going to focus it up.
how shiny is it?
It is fairly shiny. Unfortunately,
Oh yeah, it is. It's looking great.
Man, I need to get some Turbo Dork stuff.
Come on, focus, you bastard. There you go.
Yay. Wow. So red rum and bee's knees.
Red rum and bee's knees and ice to never.
Yeah. It's looking really good. Have you done ice to never on his eyes?
Yes, I have. Yeah, yeah.
That
Subtle.
just picked up on the camera, look.
Yeah.
Oh, and his
See if I can
hand.
zoom in. And his hand, yeah.
So now that you've painted that much bee's knees on something, is bee's knees still the bee's knees, or does it feel more like the cat's pajamas?
No, I will never use it again because it's horrible.
Well, tell us how you really feel, Steve.
I'd probably do it differently, I think, because I sort of covered pretty much all of it in red, apart from the bits I knew were definitely going to be yellow, and the bits I painted red that I went back over and wanted to do in yellow, I just do it again and again and again.
So what you're saying is you're looking forward to the new formula from Turbo Dark.
Yes, I am. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have to ask Greg if he comes back on again how he thins a paint for brushwork, because there must be a way. You can't mix it with water because it really does destroy it. But is there an airbrush thinner that I could use to get it to paint and smooth it? It reminds me of nail varnish. That's the consistency.
Try this.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
good.
I was going to ask, what kind of flow improver are you using?
Nothing. This is straight out of the ball, which is
Okay.
then the wrong consistency for brushwork.
So yeah, you can use a flow improver. Any sort of medium will help with that. Even if you use a matte varnish medium, you can still add some water to it, add it to your paint, and it will thin it down.
Right. Okay.
Because the color is beautiful, but it does look a little chunky.
It does. Yes.
Yeah, I had a little time after my workday ended on Thursday, and I came back to my painting desk and grabbed my 2 bottles of Turbo Dork, which are Ground as Lava and Tin Star.
Yep.
And I tried one of those out, and
the first one is the best name I've ever heard in my life.
Ground as Lava, yeah.
Yes.
I don't know, bee's knees. That's got my vote. I know there's a school of thought that says that it's much better to say, this is dark yellow, this is base yellow, this is light yellow.
I'm on record for preferring that.
But I don't mind clever names.
I don't mind them either. It's just I don't use them. If something's called orc scrotum, I'm going to call it gray red.
I'm a little troubled by how you knew what that was.
Been doing this for a while, JD. Oh, the things I've seen, the things I've done.
Always paint under the kilt is what I'm hearing.
Aye.
So just to remind everyone who's if you're watching this on YouTube and you've got us in the background while you're doing some painting, let us know in the comments below. What are you painting? We'd love to hear from you. Or if you have any questions for me, Steve, JD, Kelly, do shout out. Now what we'll be doing is I'm gonna ask nicely if JD and Kelly will post their pictures of the minis you see here painted on their Instagrams, and you can find them here. Fantastic.
No, this is for me and me only.
So there you can find them at Instagram.com/Kelkor668, and you can find JD at Instagram.com/Jedi WIKER.
There you go.
Now you can also find us as well. I'll make sure that Steve puts some pictures up. But you can also find us at Instagram.com/BandofBadgers. And of course, you're already watching YouTube. Just hit that button, like and subscribe. Just do it now. Do it right now.
It costs you nothing.
Do it
What
right
are you
now.
waiting for? Do it.
Exactly. And you can have a wealth of Badger material winging its way to you. We don't have a schedule of releases as such. They just go up on YouTube as soon as they can. But you'll find them there. So like and subscribe. Give it a go. And if you would like a t-shirt as cool as what JD is wearing, you can find it here at store.streamelements.com/bandofbadgers. And it doesn't matter if you're in the UK, the EU, or the US. It is print on demand.
Or anywhere else in the world.
Or anywhere else. It is print on demand in your country. So it keeps the shipping costs down. Shipping and postage costs. So do check that out. And I will say we've got some new merch coming. It might be in time for the Christmas party coming soon.
Ooh.
Where we tend to do various announcements. New things planned for the new year, new partnerships, and we've got some new merch this time. What else can I say? What else can I pimp? Our friends over at WizKids have also sent us some new unpainted minis, and we will be painting them. We're going to paint them in the new year, but you'll be able to check those out, including, so it's Dungeons and Dragons because that's what we do, but also this time we're going to have some Critical Role stuff. So
Nice.
if you like Critical Role, join us for that. And as it's WizKids, JD, will you be joining us?
I would love to.
Cool. So we've got JD signed up for 2024. Does WizKids have? Do you ever have like paint parties at WizKids?
From time to time.
Cool. Because Paizo used to before COVID, Paizo used to have Pathfinder Fridays, and basically every Friday afternoon they play games at work.
Yeah.
And that's carried on for some teams, but I wondered if WizKids, do you have a regular event, or is it like quarterly maybe?
The painting is very irregular. It's usually organized by one person, and so if she's very busy, she kind of just lets it slide.
Yeah.
And the fact that we have people on 2 different coasts makes it a little difficult to coordinate what is considered to be after work.
Right, gotcha. Do you ever do like your office versus their office?
Well, my office is
Have a brush
me.
off. Well, you
It's
versus
the room next to the one I'm in right now. We don't have a central office here in Seattle. Not anymore.
Is it office based or is it team based? Team A versus Team B?
Team.
Can you have like marketing versus HR?
Yeah, there we go. The RPG team versus marketing, the RPG team versus ops.
I think
I'm
you should
not
do.
sure who my money would be on there.
I think you should expand that and do. What can you do? Like WizKids versus Vallejo. WizKids versus Critical Role. There you go. WizKids versus.
That would be kind of
Payzo.
fun.
Yeah.
So hey, if anybody from Critical Role is listening, you know, I'm down to get into a painting competition with you.
Hold on, Matt Mercer's on the phone. I've just got a message. There we go. Sam says
Oh.
yes.
Oh no, please. That would be awful.
Oh god, no, I'm not prepared for this. Anything but this.
I haven't hoped and
I think that'd
dreamed
be
of
cool,
such
'cause
an
you-
opportunity ever.
Yeah, WizKids already has connections with those. You should do that just as a bit of fun. I don't know, charity fundraiser. WizKids versus Payzo, and you got to paint Starfinder or something like that. And do it as a brush off. Do it as a fundraiser.
Make it happen, Dave.
If you think WizKids would be up for it, I can make a few phone calls.
Hey, go for it. You never know.
Well, that's it. The problem is it might happen. You'd be like, damn.
And then you got to put your money where your mouth is, huh?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, but that would probably be easier to set up than my league idea. Well, it's not my league idea, but the brush off league idea, the competitive competition.
Right. So, I think I'm done with the tentacles.
All right, let's have a look. Let's have a zoom in.
What do we think?
Zoom.
I like that fade up into that lighter kind of turquoise. So you're just using that black pudding and ice yellow.
Yep, and a little bit of titanium white.
Okay. Yeah, no wonder some of its reading is a little green, and I think it looks awesome.
Yeah,
It does.
it looks really nice.
And I might go back and darken some of these areas with just pure black pudding.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would not be at all ashamed to put this on the tabletop.
No, absolutely
that's-
not.
That's look really good. Really good.
There we go.
That's
You
it.
can't
That's
move now.
perfect.
Yeah.
That is great.
So the odds
This is
were in
why-
my favor.
This is what I like about. I like the quality of the painting. It looks, because obviously I know what they look like on the plastic sprues. You cut them out, you glue them together, and then you paint them, and they look like that. That now looks like a statue that you would pay like £50, £100 for in a shop. It doesn't look like a sprue-based mini.
No, you don't.
Well, thank you.
That is the goal.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
I do love that pose as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, the other one's okay. I'm not complaining about the one you get in the normal corset, but that is what you expect Doc Ock to be doing, moving along on the arms.
Yes.
Well, I mean, they've come such a long way.
Well,
They've learned
we-
so much about doing their thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they have.
We are at the top of the hour now, so it is paintbrushes down.
Man,
So we've seen Doc Ock. Steve, let's bring in Iron Man while Kelly finishes off. He's doing some boots. Where are
tell
you?
me to stop painting
Sure.
while I'm blacklining. Ugh.
So
I
yeah, there
like
you go.
that.
It's,
That's really reflective.
it is really reflective. It is chunky, as Kelly said. I can see it's chunky, but it looks fine from that distance.
Perfect.
But yeah, that's I have really enjoyed doing it. That's come out really nice. I'm pleased. I'm pleased to have finished the mini during a stream because that doesn't happen very often.
You got
And
the
I'll put that on the shelf, and hopefully when the kids wander down here tomorrow, go, oh look at that really well. Because that doesn't happen very often either.
You get the kids'
Well done.
seal of approval.
I do, yeah. They sort of passed Red Skull by the other day. They didn't really say anything. So hopefully that will stand out.
Here is Captain Marvel. As you can see, it's like the main colour. I will put a bit of wash and dry brush on there, but it's a solid colour at the moment. But I'm really liking it. I think it's come out.
Very nice.
It's come out really nice.
Yeah, good job.
But the red and blue that you've chosen really work well together.
They do.
Yeah. And again, that's chum. It is. So,
You need to wash Spidey.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to pick out the web stuff.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I come back and it'd be like, no, it turned into Venom.
That's it. Venom is just null oil.
Exactly, yeah.
Thinning your paints includes your washes.
Right. I'm excited to see this one. Kelly, let's have a look. Wolverine.
Sure.
The best there is of what he does.
And what he does is, marginally adequate.
That's better than marginally adequate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really
I'm not
nice.
helping anything here. Jesus Christ. I'll finish it up and I'll take good pictures and put it up on Instagram. Per
Yeah.
usual.
I think it works,
when
though. I think what you've got there really looks good.
Yeah,
Thanks.
it does.
Thanks. I'm just gonna, have to really just keep working to refine it, sharpen some stuff up, and add a few more elements. I think the gloves need a little something. The boots definitely need a little something. But I've got a decent thing going on with the torso and the leggings. So
Yeah, that raised leg, really muscle definition, and the muscle definition on the arms, it was really good. What did you use as a base color?
I use a little bit of Payne's Gray mixed in with what the Monument calls advanced flesh tone. As you can see, it's quite dark.
Yeah.
For a flesh tone, so it's a nice base to work up to light from. I'm not anywhere near where I want to be as far as contrast goes. I need to get a little more blue in there to kind of get the hairy arm effect. But yeah, it's coming along. It'll be neat.
It is.
that's looking good. And we've got Champ Hunter's just jumped in. He says, hi, how's everyone doing? We're just about to wrap up. We've been here for 2 hours painting some Marvel Crisis.
Yeah, we're great. Where have you been?
You've been out hunting chavs.
Yeah, we got exactly. But Champ is saying Marvel Zombies. Yeah, we got the Marvel Zombies as well. But we're saving that for January. So we're gonna start painting that in January.
Hey, call me for that. I have a ton to paint back here.
Yeah, I got shitloads. 4 boxes.
I don't have any.
Yeah, I got 3 boxes. And it's hard as well because that pack.
Yeah, it's all minis, isn't it? That one.
That's heavy, but that's all minis. That's all it is.
I just saw that on Amazon, going for like $400.
Jesus.
Really?
The
Because
Kickstarter
it's a Kickstarter exclusive.
Wow.
Galactus doesn't cost that much.
No.
Yeah. Galactus is the only one I didn't. Well, I didn't get the expansions, and I didn't get Galactus because I thought for once I want to buy a game that I can play, rather than like I'm going to paint it or learn how to play it or everything else. I love Zombicide. I think it's a great game. I prefer Black Plague because it's the fantasy aspect. So everyone's got swords and magic and stuff, and I like that. And I need to pick up some of the expansions actually for Zombicide Black Plague.
You were asking about my Christmas list earlier. All of those are on my Christmas list.
Really?
Yeah, because
What?
I didn't
Oh,
I
the
didn't
zombie
do
side
the Kickstarter.
expansions.
What's that?
Oh, Marvel zombies.
Yeah.
What do you think about Deceased? I think after the money I spent on the Marvel one, I'm not doing it again.
Yeah.
But some of the minis look great. I mean, who doesn't want a zombie Superman? But if I could get an oversized
Well,
one,
Metropolis for one.
well, yeah. Planet Earth. But yeah. Yeah. Chav Hunter saying, in a few days is Deceased. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
More
Right,
power
so
to anybody who wants to paint those.
For sure.
Well, as I said, we're gonna plan to paint those probably from January. So JD, yeah, if you've got them, if anyone's got them, if you've made it this far into the video and it got us in the background, if you plan to have, or will have Marvel Zombies Zombicide, and you'd like to paint and join us, then just let us know, and we'll sort it out. Come and join us. Right, and on that note, we're going to leave it there, guys. Until next time, we will see you again soon. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining, everybody.
Bye.